we're gonna do neck and sort of invariably shoulder today. So it'll be similar to Monday, but a little different. So we've got a moment, so we'll give Dorothy a moment. So I basically just have, I do have a couple of blocks and just a mat. That's all I've got today. Well, so let's start. If Dorothy wanders in, she wanders in. So just sitting nice and comfortably and just feeling that place where you kind of hips are heavy and then the core is lifting you, and and then your chest is lifting you, but shoulders are relaxed and all hovering over your hips, so that you're not leaning forward, which is the most likely thing to happen, or leaning back. Leaning back is the least likely thing to happen. And so once you're here, just kind of move your head a little bit, just gently, and just sort of feel again like it's very, you're kind of, it's long in the back, your neck is long in the back, your head is really centered, your chin is aiming down. So we sort of did the hand gesture on Monday, but without that, just sort of feeling like if you can sort of feel your head's in a good position. So certainly chin's not forward or up, and nor is forehead dropped. I think I was talking about how I just see so often, no matter what anybody's doing, they're like this. Just this looking down has become a habit, I think, from the phone or whatever. So, all right. So then once you're all centered and everything's organized, let's just kind of, you just want to send your nose over a shoulder. So just turn and look at whatever's comfortable for you. So don't crank your neck, just kind of look. I'm looking left, look one side, just whatever's comfortable, and come back to center, and look the other side and come back to center, and just notice what this is doing in the system. And you're in your breath too, right? So breathing comfortably. What do you feel? So I feel different things when I turn my head. You know, I can feel something on the side, on my, you know, kind of over here, you know, different things happen. And one side for me is different than the other side. It's always different asymmetries that are going on. So one more time, just look one way and center, and look the other way and center, right? So that's obviously one thing the neck does really well, this rotation, right? Really good at rotation, the bear watching rotation. All right, now it's also good at this lateral movement. So dropping an ear gently, an ear towards a shoulder, and then come up to center and go the other way. So this is a little stronger because your head's heavy, right? So you're kind of tipping the weight of your head to one side and then to the other side. So this is noticeable. Keep breathing. We're doing this motion without moving anything else, right? So I'm not moving my shoulders, nothing else is moving while I do this. A couple more times. Feel things sort of lengthening in the back there. And then I'm just going to turn to the side. You don't have to turn to the side. Actually, but you can change the cross of your legs because we've been sitting for a little while. Now, obviously, I can drop my chin and my forehead and nod down. And I can come back to center, and then I can lift my chin and look up, right? So let's do, this is the other range of motion, which is, so this is flexion, we call this flexion. This is extension. So just as gentle as every other movement that you did. Last time flexion, last time extension, and then back to your beautiful neutral place. Great. So let's move the head in a couple of different ways. So now, so you're nice and centered, long in the back, chins aiming right down. Let's just do these little half circles with the chin. So picture that your chin's moving. So you're just gonna bring it up a little bit to the left. I'm not mirroring you. Down through center and a little to the right. So it's just really gentle. Just like I'm drawing a little half circle with my chin. And then now go back, do this, do it in the same way. And then now draw a complete circle with your chin. So you just took your head around in a complete circle, but it's so soft and gentle. I always remember that I did a lot of jazz dance when I was younger, and I would whip my head around. You've seen Bob Fosse stuff. And then take it the other way. So gentle. And you're breathing. All right, and stop that movement. Good, good, good. Now, start to involve some shoulder movement. And for starters, let's just lift our shoulders up like we're trying to bring our shoulders up to our ears and let them fall down. Pull them up and up. You could even inhale up and exhale down. Big sigh. All right, next, we're gonna, so have your arms available here. Let's just float them up to about shoulder height and then float them back down again. And that's all that's happening. So, and see if you can do this, keeping your arm bone right in the socket. So your arm bone's not leaving the socket, but you're just sort of floating up and down. One more time, just float here and back down. And next, same principle, the arm bones are in the socket. Put your hands out on the side, float up and down here. Just notice what you notice. Now, just nice and easy, take your shoulders up and forward and around, make circles with your shoulders. And then the other way. So like our neck, our shoulder blades have their own range of motion. They can do a lot of things, right? They can go up and down, which we were playing with. They can tilt up and down, and they also can separate and kind of come around your side and go back together. So if you put your hands up about shoulder height and flex your hands like you were planking on the floor. And what I want you to do is push this imaginary floor away and let your shoulder blades separate and feel almost like they're coming underneath your armpit. and then retract them and they go back and they're back on your back, right? So pull them apart, let them go back. But we're gonna do this without any body weight, and then we're gonna play with this with some body weight, right? So this is our first experiment with this. So we're gonna build up to what we call scapula push-ups. So you can imagine, so you can sort of feel like you're doing a scapula push-up in the air. A couple more times. All right, relax everything down. All right, a couple of more motions I want to do before we come to all fours. So let us sort of just float your arms out to the side and bend your elbows. So you've made these cactus arms so that's right out from my shoulder, arm bone in the socket. And then the rest of my arm is perpendicular to this. And so here we are. Feel what your shoulder blades are doing here. Mine feel like they're fairly close together here. And I've got a broad collarbone, and we call this external rotation. Now let's experiment with internal rotation. So swing your arms in, and your hands probably come together. Maybe your elbows come together. See what you've got. Now we've brought our shoulders into internal rotation, but the arm bones are still in the socket, and then float back out again. Feel what this feels like. My shoulder blades don't move very much. This is mostly a slight adjustment in the humerus bone, the arm bone in the socket. And one more time, come on in and come on out. Great. Now, take your arms straight up and see where you are. Some people will be here-ish, and some people will be here-ish. So just see where you are. Where are you comfortable, right? So is your hand right over your shoulder? Is it slightly over the side? Everybody's a little bit different here, but here we are. And make two fists and sort of feel like you're punching up. And what's going to happen is my left arm's going to keep punching. My right arm's going to pull down right to my shoulder. Then I'm going to punch up and then switch. And keep breathing and just notice what you notice. So this is really, we're manipulating a muscle on our back called latissimus, which is a long muscle that starts under the armpit and then connects down into the hip on either side. So this is a lat pull down. And when our arms are up in the air like this, our shoulder blades have tipped up, but they're still flat on our back. One more. So this exercise, this lat pull down is focused on the lat muscles, but the shoulders are participating in this action. It's also kind of an overhead press for the shoulder last time. All right, relax everything down. Now, after all that, let's come onto all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, untuck your toes. If you need to be on fists, you certainly can be if you've got any difficulty with your wrists here. And let's find a nice long neutral spine. So first deal with your head, right? So feel where your head feels long, right? So certainly this is too dropped. This feels pretty neutral to me. This would be starting to elevate it, right? So this is neutral. And of course, we're going to cat-cow next, which is going to involve a lot of head movement, right? So we're going to get there. And then with my, I want to have a really long spine, right? So sort of stacking every single vertebrae from my skull to my tailbone. So I don't want to be kind of arched here. And I don't want to be pulled down here. And obviously I'm going to be in both positions as we complete the cat and cow, right? So I just want to start in a very strong neutral. So here we are. And then now let's cat and cow. So we're going to inhale. As the belly fills, the pelvis lifts, the shoulders draw back, and then the head comes up as far as is comfortable for you. Then you're going to exhale, and the pelvis is going to drop as you scoop under, and the head's going to drop. And I'd like to encourage you to drop your head as much as is comfortable for you. And then keep going. Through your cycle. Supported by your breath. So a strong inhale takes you into cow. And a deep exhale takes you into cat. Keep going. Just feel what this feels like in the system. So we talked a lot about the neck, so you can pay attention to how does the head and neck feel as you move through. And then you can feel how does the shoulder feel as you move through. Two more times. Let's come out to a very nice neutral. All right. So here we are, the weight's on our hands, right? And we can do the same kind of scapular push-up. Now we've got this information of the weight, the body weight on the floor, right? So that means that if I want to do a scapular push-up, I'm pushing my hands and my scapula is separated, my shoulder blades are separating, and I'm kind of arching my thoracic spine. And then I'm going to retract it. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. So same gesture we did in the air, and we're doing it with the body weight, but our knees are holding our hips, right? Because we're going to build up. We can actually do this in a full push-up position too, full plank position. So a couple more like that. All right, release that. Let's come down into puppy pose. So come down on your elbows here, and your arms are a little bit ahead, and then just kind of bring your head down, your hips go back, and just relax here. Should feel nice and lengthened underneath your armpit there. To check something that I wrote. So just breathe and release here now. Inhale, come out of puppy. And let's just do a little movement in the thoracic. I'm going to turn so you can see this really clearly. So exhale here. So let's inhale, taking the right arm up, look up at the hand. And then exhale and thread the needle, go right on underneath and let yourself come all the way down and have a couple cycles of breath right here. Then inhale to come on out. And exhale to put your right hand back down. Go the second side. Let's inhale. And exhale and come on down. Have a few cycles of breath down here. Inhale to come up. And exhale to put the hand down. Great. Okay, so let's add a little challenge here. And we had a child's pose coming up. But the little challenge is going to be this. Take your knees back, come into a half plank, right? So your knees are on the ground, but you're planked from your shoulders to your knees. So you feel like you're in a half plank, right? As opposed to a full plank. Okay. And let's do some scapular push-ups here. So be in neutral now, which is retracted, then push away. Astique. Couple more. You're looking a little bit ahead as opposed to down. And then retract, and then go ahead and slide back to a child's pose and breathe and relax here. come up. And now we're gonna exhale and come prone. So just sort of slide yourself forward, nothing fancy, slide yourself forward and have hands underneath your shoulders and relax everything down, untuck your toes. Hands are here. We're gonna press our hands down, elbows hug in. We're gonna press our hands down and inhale up into cobra. So pressing inhale up, you can come as high as I am. A big back arch, you might be a little bit lower, whatever is comfortable for you is great, and exhale back down. And inhale up, feel neck, relax in the neck and jaw, and exhale down. And exhale down toward here. Exhale down. Great, I have to look at my notes here. Okay. Let's take our arms right out to the side and turn to your thumbs are up and just kind of wave your arms up and down. Feel how this feels. Your arm bones are in the socket. Just wave up and down. Your forehead can be on the mat or your head can be hovering neck long. And then turn your hands, so now your thumbs down and wave a little bit up and down. Great. And then turn back around, so thumb is up and then draw back, roll shoulders back behind you. Arms to go back, and then take your arms in front. And just go back and front. Feel what you feel, what's working in the system. One more time back to neutral, and then you can take them back in again. And let us place our hands. So our next mission is to come up. Let's just come up to all fours. That'll make it the most straightforward. So just take yourself right on up to all fours. And then maybe your hands are slightly ahead because now we want to tuck our toes and come up into downward facing dog. So let's inhale on the ground. And exhale and feel your shoulder blades are back behind you, right? So you're not protracted here. Your shoulder blades are active, but back behind you. Now let's inhale and lift knees and lift hips, come all the way up into downward facing dog, and then go ahead and paddle. And it's pretty subtle what the shoulders have done, but your shoulder blades are still flat on your back, but they have tipped up to allow this upward movement of the arms, and your arms should feel strong underneath you, basically by your ears. Your neck and head is, your neck is long, your head is super relaxed, and your chest is melting towards your thighs, right? So see if you can feel that long spine, and then stop pedaling and inhale and just really lift the hips and lengthen the spine here. And inhale, and open your mouth and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, so let's do a little core activation in here, because we're spending a lot of attention on the head, the neck and shoulders, and the shoulders really support any core work too. So inhale your right leg up, and then exhale and just swing in like you want to tap your nose. And inhale and exhale, tap your nose. A couple more times. And then inhale and exhale, put the foot down. Inhale to take a break. Exhale. Inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, nose in. And then inhale up and exhale, put the foot down. And then let us inhale and exhale. So now we're going to slide forward to plank. So you want to feel really solid in the whole shoulder system, relax in the head and neck. So here we are. Let's inhale in our down dog. Then exhale and drop yourself forward into a plank. And you're going to look a little bit forward with your head, right? Not dropping the head. Inhale and exhale and drop. Repeating this flow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. So one more time. Let's inhale and exhale to drop into plank. And then inhale. Back and exhale. Come up on your tippy toes and exhale. Walk forward towards your hands, bending your knees and hinging your hips into a forward fold. So take as long as you need to take to get yourself feet near your hands. And then relax in this forward fold. Inhale together and exhale. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, reverse swan. All the way up and exhale. Hands in front of your heart. Fantastic. Let's take a little break. You can have a sip of water if that's of interest to you. All right, so let's find Tadasana. So we started out standing and dealt with our whole head and neck standing. So let's do, sitting. We started out sitting. So now let's feel all of that standing, right? So the shoulders are over the hips, right? Or over the knees or over the ankles. The head is floating, the back of the neck is long. Right, and you're here, you're not here, right, you're here. And so let's again, and say about hip width apart, relax, arm bones are in the socket, shoulders are relaxed, core is lifting you up, chest is lifting you up. And let's just look side to side, right? So just go ahead and look. And look. And just notice how this feels compared to how it felt when you were sitting. One more time. And look back to center. Ear to shoulder. Just notice, how does it feel doing the same thing standing that you did sitting? One more time. All right, even it out. Now, shoulders. Bring them up, drop them. Inhale, exhale. Around a little bit, both ways. Arms up and cactus, same thing again. So broad collarbone here, swing in and out. Let them come down. Great. Now let us take, realizing I'm going slowly today, but that's not a bad thing. So let's come to the front of our mat and stand hip width apart. And inhale, nice and tall. And then when you exhale, put your hands in front of your heart. And then inhale again, nice and tall. Then exhale, sink into chair, right? So your chair could be low, it could be a little bit higher, kind of wherever your chair is comfortable is where I want you to be. And inhale here. And exhale and turn to the right. Breathe here. Inhale back to center and exhale and turn to the left side. Inhale back to center and then exhale. And stand up. Relaxing your arms down. So we'll start a standing series here. And our first action is actually going to be a humble warrior. So inhale nice and tall. When you exhale, step your right leg back and plant the heel down, and you might be lined up or you might be on 2 railroad tracks, whatever's comfortable for you is fine. And then your front knee is stacked over your ankle, right? And your hips are just comfortably wherever they are for you in this position, right? Just wherever it's comfortable for you is great. And let's inhale tall and exhale. Now let's inhale and grow taller. When you exhale, you're going to hinge over and clasp your hands behind you. Lift your arms up behind you, and you're bowing over your front leg. And you'll come as low as you want to come. So I'm all the way down to the leg. You might not be this low, that's okay. And then inhale and come back up. Now, let's exhale here. And then inhale and open your arms. And now you're in a warrior 2. So for warrior 2, your shoulders and your rib cage are open to the long edge of your mat, but your hip is still comfortably wherever it is. So see how my hip and my shoulders are not in the same plane, right? So here they're in the same plane, but here I've opened the upper body. So inhale here, looking out over your left hand. And exhale. Inhale, long in the core. Let's exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, arms come up. Let's exhale over into side angle. So the elbow finds the thigh. The top arm is here, or it's over here, if your shoulder can stay down. And inhale here. And then exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, and you can step out and relax for a moment. And we'll do the second side. Now, I'm going to consciously show this to you from the other side, so other directions. So inhale, nice and tall. And exhale and step back, preparing for humble warrior, right? So again, hips are comfortable, and you're basically turned to the front edge of your mat with your upper body. This right knee stacked over your ankle. Inhale, grow taller. And when you exhale, roll the shoulders back, clasp the hands, and then you're bowing forward. You're going to go as low as it's comfortable for you. Humble warrior. And then inhale, come up. And exhale here. And then inhale and open into warrior 2. So you open the upper body to the long edge of your mat. You got over your right arm, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, arms up, and exhale over into side. Inhale, back up, and exhale. And exhale, and step out completely. So let us do exactly what we did again, without any additions or any changes. Okay, so inhale, nice and tall. Exhale and step back, preparing for humble warrior. Inhale. Exhale, take yourself bowing over into humble warrior. Inhale, back up, and exhale. Inhale, open into warrior 2. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, reversing. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, over into side angle. Inhale, back up, and exhale to reverse. Inhale, arms up, and exhale to step out. Inhale and grow taller. Exhale, stepping back in preparation for warrior, for humble warrior. Inhale, you're tall. Exhale, rolling. Oh, I'm not falling over. Exhale, rolling shoulders back And bowing forward as low as you want to come here for your humble warrior bow. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale. Rock yourself into warrior two. Exhale. In. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, arms up. Exhale over into side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. So now you can come center because I wanted to separate this from the standing series. And again, I'm going slow today, but that's okay. But let's do, we're going to do eagle pose now. Let's do eagle pose. Okay, so, and we'll do it, I like what we're doing eagle to do, have the opportunity, because it's a balance pose, to do each side at least twice, and then we'll evaluate from there. So eagle, it has arms and legs, right? So you may remember this. So tee out your arms and then start by taking your left arm under your right arm. And then see, you might end up here, or you might be able to hook around like that. Everybody's a little bit different there. Once you're wherever you are, lift your elbows up. And we're going to sink into chair pose. So the next thing that's happening, we're going to balance on the right leg. So draw glutes and core in so you're prepared. Then wrap your left leg around. And maybe you go all the way around. Maybe you can wrap all the way around. Or maybe you need a little kickstand. So just do what serves you. I'm going to breathe here. Inhale and step out. Now you might notice it's got this beautiful counter stretch to the shoulders, which is one of the reasons I love eagle. Love to do it when we're focused on the neck and the shoulder. All right, great. So shoo. Ready for our second side. So we're gonna balance on the left leg. So teeing out the arms. Now the right arm is under, the left arm's on top. Same thing, come into whatever's comfortable for you, but lift the elbows up as you sink into chair. Now the right leg is gonna cross over. So again, maybe you can wrap all the way around. On this side, I've got a weaker left ankle, so I sometimes need a kickstand on this side. So whatever it is for you is perfect. Let's breathe. Nice counter stretch. Step it out, walk around a little bit. Change the channel. And we'll go again. So standing, hip width apart, arms teed out, so left arm's under. Whatever your arm position is, lift as you sink into chair. Left leg's gonna wrap around. Adjust as you need to adjust. Ooh, step on out of it. I love it. Getting ready for second side tee out. Now the right arm's under, left arm's on top. Lift the elbows, sink into chair, and the right leg's gonna cross around. Front of your mat. Let's inhale, arms up. Maybe there's a little back bend here. Exhale, everything drops, forward fold, low, 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 low. Breathe a little bit here. Put your hands on your elbows, sway a little bit, and just really relax. Head, neck, jaw, shoulders. Let's catch up and exhale here. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands down, take the knees out. And we'll come into the Dandasana. So taking your legs out in front of you. Sometimes I take my cheeks out in back and then sitting up nice and tall, right? So we sat cross-legged. Now we're sitting with legs stretched out. And flex your feet, lift your arms and flex your hands. So both hands and feet are flexed. Point them both and alternate that. Relaxing wrists and ankles. And let's end with both flexed, then point left foot and right hand, and then alternate that. And relax. So watching the time here, let us okay. I think we can make time for this. So, this is a great one for the shoulders, Gukasana or cow face. So what we're gonna do, so sit up nice and tall and have your right leg in front. Take your right arm up and drop it right behind your head. So again, whatever's comfortable for you, wherever it's comfortable for you is fine. And then your left arm is gonna come behind you, all right? So what's happened is we're externally rotating this arm, we're internally rotating this arm. And I'm gonna turn around so you can see. So be comfortable first with the left arm, and then what you're seeking to do is sort of grab onto your shirt. You're trying to walk up, and you're gonna go as far as you can go, right? So I can go up and grab, but you're gonna just go as far as you can go, and that's gonna be great. Just breathe here once you're there. Left arm back, maybe roll that shoulder around. Drop the right arm, maybe roll that shoulder around. Change the crossing of your legs, so your left leg's in front, go the other way. So left arm's up and drops. Right arm comes behind. Again, whatever's comfortable, and then you can grab onto your shirt to crawl up, and then just see. And what I find most commonly is that you have more internal range of motion on one side than the other side, right? So it's not so much the external rotation here, it's the limiter is how much internal rotation you have. So I find most people are a little bit different one side or the other side. I am weird because I'm the same on both sides, but I find that rarely. Okay, and release and circle. All right, let us come down on our back. And it's the first time we've been on our back today. Often we start practice supine, but we're going to come supine for the first time. Keep your knees bent and your feet underneath your knees. Really settle your upper body down. So the arm bones are right in the socket, right? So your collarbone is broad, your arms are, your shoulders are down on the ground, right? As opposed to being curled up. Let's have a little bridge. So press your feet down and float up. Float back down again. Let's add a breath. So inhale on the ground, exhale to float up. Inhale to come back down. A few more, just like that. Just feeling the beautiful support of your shoulders, right? So at the top of the gesture in particular, your shoulders are supporting you, right? Feet and shoulders are holding you up. More times. Head nice and relaxed. Great. All right. So I would like to try something interesting right now. So that is going to be this. Take your right arm and put it behind your head, just like we did cow face. Okay, so hopefully it's comfortable behind your head. And take your left arm and put it underneath you. And it doesn't have to go high up underneath you. It can just be, literally be underneath you. Okay, so we've taken our arms into cow face. And then, take your feet off the floor, so you're kind of pulling your knees towards you, and again, everybody's a little bit different how far their knees can come in, that's okay. And cross your right leg over your left leg. And then let your knees fall over to the left. And just whatever they're doing is fine. All right, and then take your head and turn it towards your right elbow. So turn away and look towards your right elbow. So you're completing the spinal twist. And we're going to breathe here. Head back to center first. Uncross your legs, take your legs back, and then take your arms up and just relax for a moment here, just sort of in neutral. Left arm goes behind your head. Right arm goes underneath your body, wherever is comfortable. Feet come off the floor, crossing left over right, and then dropping the knees over to the right. And then turning your head to the left, and we'll breathe here. See my hand underneath here. Head to center. Take your legs back, undo, and just have a moment where you're just here. All right, let's transitioning towards Savasana. Come into a happy baby. Nice happy baby. All right, so when you feel ready, you can lengthen your legs. If, like me, you took your top off, you might want to put your top back on. And let's come into our breath here. And turn palms up if your arms are down by your side, and it just invites the shoulders to open up a bit. To your breath. And just feel how your head and neck feel with the support of your skull on the mat underneath you. And see if you feel comfortable with this head position. You can move around a little bit if you want to explore anything here. In your mind's eye, start at the top of your head, in your mind's eye. And travel down like the curve of your skull on the mat. So you come to the part of your skull that's off the mat, little ridge. And then keep going down towards the neck. Just trace all the way down. Trace the neck all the way to the shoulder. Just Breathe and relax and notice what you notice. Start again at the top of your head. This time come down the forehead, over the eyes, down the cheekbones to the jaw. Trace the jaw a little bit. And then go under the jaw, down from the neck. Just notice what you notice. Relax and be in your breath. And be still for a few moments for Savasana. Toes, ankles and wrists. And then just stretching out. To your onto your right side of your body. And let your head really rest on your arm. The top arm is just on the floor. Your legs are probably stacked. And just breathe here for a moment. Relax it. Another moment here. All right, and then we're gonna come up to a seat. What I'd like to encourage you to do is lengthen your top leg, push your top arm down, but let your head come up last, right? So let your head just gradually come up and stack, and then you can bend your legs and sit nice and tall, that beautiful position where your shoulders are hovering over your hips. Let's have some final breaths together. So let's inhale through our nostrils. And overall, inside out, really relax everything. Inhale. Inside out. Side out. Thank you for joining me for this neck and shoulder focus practice today. See what you want to keep with you. We will have a core focus next week. Recording.